But wanted to bring you on. The May Revenue Estimating Conference is starting to get underway, and the chairman of the Finance Committee is indisposed at the moment, but wanted an update from you as to where you see things stand as we're looking into May. Do we have any idea what the shortfall is looking like for FY19 and then again looking out towards FY20?
We do not. We will in 10 days or less, and they're professionals. The Revenue Conference, just so all your viewers know what it is, it's the Senate fiscal staff, the House fiscal staff, the Governor's Budget Office all get together and collectively agree on where we think the revenues are going to be. And then once we have that number, then we can put together a budget and fund the priorities and hopefully as many good programs as possible, raise the least amount of fees and taxes that we can, preserve the good programs we have and maybe implement one or two more. That's pretty much all we're going to have money for this year.
So let's talk a little bit about the sports betting numbers that we know are coming in much below where had been anticipated. Again, that initial $23.5 million for this year was downgraded. We're looking at right now about $900,000 after the most recent numbers have come out. How are we going to fill that sports betting shortfall?
There's many ways. That number might sound big, and it is big, certainly for you or I, but in the scheme of a $10 billion budget, $23 million is a very, very small amount. It's a projection. We got started late. Also, we had our teams win, and the Red Sox and the Patriots, and that didn't help the local sports betting numbers. I anticipate also that number you're talking about is mid-year. I think you'll see a significant increase as we go forward toward the end of the fiscal year, which is June. That is not a concern of mine. I think we can certainly find the money somewhere else in the budget to make up for that. There are much bigger items and costs that we're looking at for projections. There are much other bigger expenses. So it's a small amount, significant, but small in terms of a $10 billion budget.
And speaking of expenses as well, let's talk a little bit about programs in the governor's proposed budget and whether or not the state will be able to afford them. The expansion of Rhode Island Promise to Rhode Island College, do you think this is feasible in the coming year?
Don't know yet. And we can go through this line by line. I'm going to get the same answer from me. Is I don't predict what the revenue numbers are going to be. It all depends what comes out in the next 10 days. What comes out in the next 10 days, then we'll do that. I will tell you that we're very transparent, that every one of these proposals had a hearing on TV and House Finance, so that people can weigh in, testify in favor, support, write letters, explain why it's a good program or bad. So we welcome that input from the public, and we can see what happens. And I will say this about the session in general, so your viewers understand. This year, today is May 2nd. We have done more May 2nd this year than we have done the 7 years I've been in the General Assembly. We have done some very significant pieces of legislation, vetted, approved, had floor debates, lively floor debates, and the most important thing we do as a House, our constitutional obligation is the budget. We'll start to tackle that within 10 days, and then from there it's the home stretch. I'm hopeful for a smooth ending and sometime in early to mid-June. I'm an optimist, but that's what I hope.
A smooth ending in June. Perhaps not a late night?
No late nights. We have the 10 o'clock rule, and last year we adhered to the 10 o'clock rule, and I believe we're going to do the same thing this year. That would be I think it may have been a 9 o'clock rule. I don't remember, but it was certainly not this 1, 2, or 3 o'clock in the morning.
And then finally, while I have you here, I did have the speaker on just the last couple of weeks. Very tepidly cautious about the governor's proposal for the legalization of marijuana. What's your expectation in the budget?
I am also cautious about that, whether that will happen or not. I think it's more likely to see maybe an increase of dispensaries, and I think it's less likely to see a legalization of recreational use of marijuana at this time. Now, that could all change depending on what the revenue numbers have. It's just a feeling of sentiment I get from my colleagues, and it's by no means hard and fast at all.
Okay, Majority Leader Joe Shekarchi, I appreciate your taking the time to come on.
Always a pleasure, and I want to remind your viewers that I was the very first guest that you had when you started to shoot live, and as long as you invite me, I will keep coming on, Kate Nagel.
Okay.
You do a great service to the people of Rhode Island.
We'll be right back here with our last and final guest, so don't go anywhere.